And taking a look at Utah, you watch their games. They've had some highs, some lows. Still putting it all together.
Which you could say about most teams around this time of year.
Yeah, not a big insight, big fella.
What?
Now we're just messing.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a rocky start for the Jazz.
Well, when you're missing threes, you have a couple of choices. Work the ball inside or try to shoot your way.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Getting underway here in the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. Markkanen and Kessler man the post positions. Then there's Bailey. Then it's George. And it's Mikhailuk in at the shooting guard. For Minnesota, they had put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throw.
Well, that's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
Edwards dishes to MP. Shoots over Markkanen. And that one comes up a bit short. Jazz trail by 9. Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat, but that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomed the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it. Well, it doesn't take much for Kessler to catch that lob and slam it out.
Gobert with a screen on George. MP kicks to Edwards. Down low. Stolen by Markkanen. Inside. Outside for George. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen.
And now look at the numbers for Edwards. Coming off a terrific season, he put up about 27 points a game, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
And when Ant gets to his spot in the mid-range, there aren't a lot of options for defense.
Pass to Bailey. It's George on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Kessler passes to Markkanen. Fires the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They led the game at 1 point by 20. George against MP. For 3, Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 5 assists in the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Bailey passes to Kessler. Outside, George. A 3. Gobert pulls it in.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Edwards kicks to MP. Back to Edwards from past the arc. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Mikhailuk. Edwards defending. From deep, George nailed from three-point land. George has got 13 points.
Well, with a little bit of room, George can splash it down. A fearless shooter.
Puts the move on. To the inside. Stolen by Markkanen. To the middle. And Kessler throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's George. Minnesota with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
MP passes to Gobert. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 6 assists now in the game. Jazz trail by 10. Outside, George. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Edwards. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. There's McDaniels. The shot, no good. Utah has gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Pass to Bailey. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
What determination from Bailey, not letting the D get to him.
Minnesota making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for Miller, and Mike Conley subbed in for Edwards. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Yeah, Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
A nice shot by McDaniel. And Utah has possession. 9-point game. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, guys. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Back to you, Kevin.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's Conley. And a missed layup. Jazz trail by 9. Here's Mikhailuk, and it's good for 2. Mikhailuk's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Pass to Reid. Looking for Markkanen. He gets it there. Bailey with the ball. He's got 14. Kessler with the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Timberwolves leading by 5. MP outside. That one doesn't drop. George with the defensive effort. Jazz have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14.
Some quick hands there from Lowry into his motion fast.
For Minnesota, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. MP dishes to Conley. Kicks it out to MP. Elbow shot is on the way. That misses off the backboard. Jazz trail by 3. Great, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
Nice looking mid-range shot by George. Such an aggressive scorer.
And here is MP. 26 points for him. Reed the pass to Conley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And this is the right play by Conley, sticking with the motion and ensuring he gets to the line.
Timberwolves leading by 9. They've got Reed. Anthony Edwards out there with MP. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Miller in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And here's MP for 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. They'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Well, that's the kind of player MP is striving to become.
Taking 3 shots.
And he's good on the second.
And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic, because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
Jazz trail by 12. Pass to Sensabaugh. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Here's Collier, covered by MP. Markkanen, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Naz Reid.
Savvy move there by Markkanen, pulling out all the stops.
Coach, you and I were just talking about this the other day. We don't see many Finnish players in the NBA. I know Lowry is proud of that.
Well, he should be, Kevin, because he's not only a great player, but he's probably a role model for everybody in Finland, and proving that you can come from anywhere now in the NBA and make yourself into a great player if you have both the skill and the desire to do so.
Timberwolves leading by 13. Pass to MP. Back to Edwards. Shoots the 3. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Here's Collier, covered by MP. And there's the bucket from Markkanen. Markkanen's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Markkanen poses such problems for a defense. He's got a variety of ways to score inside.
It's good. 25 points for Anthony Edwards.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Here's Collier. Count that one.
Easy shot for him. They'll take that every time up the floor.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. MP finds Edwards. Reed with a screen for Edwards. Got a hand on it. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Nurkic. Over Gobert. Nurkic the pass to Collier. Shot clock at 5. Driving the lane. Here's Nurkic, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic.
Number 24, Walker.
Timberwolves leading by 14. Now here's Edwards. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Collier. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Collier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
MP right side. Reed with a screen for MP. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Edwards from the arc. Filipowski grabs the board. Here's Sensible, guarded by Reed. Outside, Markkanen. Here's Collier. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Edwards looking it over. Stolen by Kessler. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Timberwolves leading by 11. Edwards dishes to MP. Outside Edwards. And here's MP for three. Buries the long-range jumper. MP's got 9 points here in the second half. George against MP. George passes to Markkanen. Back to George. Pass to Kessler. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Minnesota.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Back to George. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Mikhailuk. And here's George. 5 on the clock. Kessler. Gobert with the block.
Stellar defense. Gobert will have him thinking twice about bringing it inside again.
2 on the clock. A nice shot by Mikhailuk.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
MP dishes to Edwards. Back to MP. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Pass to Bailey from outside the arc. MP grabs the miss. Timberwolves leading by 10. Miller with a screen on George, the chosen one. Now here is Miller. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Timberwolves lead by 12. Utah has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Now Bailey to the paint. Here's George. Gobert with the block.
So good at finding these rejections. Gobert has all the physical tools and razor-sharp reflexes as a defender.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Pass to Mikhailuk. George with the screen on Edwards. Here's Kessler. Now Bailey. Shoots over McDaniel. MP grabs the miss. MP's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. Lobbed up there for Miller. And it's Miller with the jam.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 17. Pass to Kessler. Will it go? Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They led the game at 1 point by 20. MP with it. Edwards, a screen on George. MP kicks to Edwards. From downtown. And it's Utah with the rebound. Bailey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And finished off by Bailey.
What a big night for Bailey. Scoring it well. I have a feeling there are going to be a lot of these performances in his future.
And here is MP. Inside, Edwards, strong move off the glass.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Here's McCarEER. Edwards defending. Here's Bailey. Let's lose a 3. No good.
After draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in the second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
MP. The 3 is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
He's off from 3.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Now Miller. MP outside. Now Edwards. It misses.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Shoots the 3. Buries the deep ball.
Nice read from the big fella. Markkanen demonstrating a solid feel with his passing.
MP. Now Miller launches it. Kessler pulls it down. A minute 20 left in the 4th quarter. And George, here we go. Takes the 3. No good there. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Timberwolves.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Yeah, we witnessed a special performance tonight. It's not just the triple-double, it's the example he set out there. Outstanding leader.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. And tonight, not just a regular season win.
MP with a double-double in tonight's victory.